Some of you probably have no clue who it is that I'm referencing or talking about in this video. Some of you, if you've been on YouTube long enough, know exactly who I'm talking about. But when I first saw this name pop up, I was like, where has this guy been at for all these years? Because I hadn't seen or heard from him in a while. And by the way, I'm not talking about the person that's on the left of him. I'm talking about the person to the right of him. We all know who that fool is on the left. But I'm talking about this individual by the name of Vitaly. Now, if you don't know who Vitaly is, he is a former, I don't know if he's still on YouTube or not, but when I came to know about him, he was on YouTube and he was mainly known for doing pranks. And this was back like in, I would say the like the early 2010s, somewhere around that range. Like I would say between like 2013-ish, somewhere around there. So it was a while ago. And then I never really heard much of him again. And I think it's probably because he's probably caught a lot of heat behind some of those pranks and who he was pulling those pranks on. And then I come across this, in which I'm going to play for you this video. It's only 10 seconds long, and I just want you to hear what he says as it pertains to a situation that he's just gotten involved in.
So Quavo is not coming. He's done. He's not coming. He took our deposit, right?
Yep,
Yep, of course.
No, fuck it.
Black people thing, but
So you heard what he just said right there. Apparently, the rapper Quavo from the group Migos was supposed to do some kind of, I don't know, a podcast or some kind of show with him. And apparently, he did not come onto the show, but there was a $300 payout that was given to Quavo, and he never delivered on actually being on the series. And now he was upset. Now, here's the crazy part. People was going to be on Vitaly's side because they were saying, okay, it was wrong for Quavo to take this amount of money and not actually show up and actually be on his little show. But when Vitaly ended it off, black people thing, that's when people were saying, okay, well, in that case, I'm glad Quavo took your money because you showed us exactly who you are. He just could not help himself in that moment except to be anti-black. Now, what I'm going to do for y'all is I'm actually going to read this article that's coming from Baller Alert so we can get a better understanding of what series or what Quavo was supposed to be on. So as you can see by the title, it says Quavo allegedly scammed a popular streamer out of $300,000 after reportedly agreeing to be a part of a Catch a Predator series, which basically to me sounds like an off-brand version of Chris Hansen's To Catch a Predator, which was part of the Dateline series back in the day, and we all know why they took that show off the air. It says Quavo is facing accusations of running off with a popular streamer's money. The drama began when the former Migos member was scheduled to appear on Vitaly's Catch a Child Predator stream during his 10-night takedown series. However, according to Vitaly, Quavo allegedly took the $300,000 deposit and never showed up. And they even had a poster drawn up with Vitaly and Quavo on this, so Quavo was really actually supposed to be on the show. He says, so Quavo is not coming, Vitaly said. He's not coming, he took our deposit, right? Yep, of course, black people thing. Quavo has neither confirmed nor denied Vitaly's claims, but the comments sparked a flurry of discussion on social media. Some sided with Quavo while others criticized his alleged actions. One user on X wrote, black people thing. Wow, racist much? Glad Quavo didn't show up, probably realized Vitaly was a racist who hides in the closet. Could have called Quavo ignorant or something else, but blamed all black people, calling it black people is insane. Another added, bro, these streamers really think rappers want to come act ridiculous, is another word, but I'm not going to say it, on their stream so bad, LMFAO. Of course they getting scammed, same thing happened to Aiden Ross. Quavo probably was laughing at this clown while sitting at home. The details surrounding Quavo's no-show remain unclear, but Vitaly doesn't seem too bothered by the situation. Well, the fact that he called it instead of black people thing, apparently he must be very bothered by it, otherwise he wouldn't have said that. $300,000 is a lot of money, even to people who have or of means. He has already featured T Grizzly, Ty Dolla $ign, Steve Will Do It, and Bobby Shmurda in his Catch a Predator series. Now I want you to pay attention to that as we go forward, because it's something else I'm going to bring up as well as we continue to go forward with this video. Meanwhile, Quavo has been busy showcasing his bartending skills, recently sharing his Huncho seasoned beverage. In the clip, the rapper mixes white X cognac, ice, and cranberry juice to create the perfect drink. What really caught social media's attention was his choice to rim the glass with Lowry seasoning salt instead of tahini. Quavo may have just introduced a new twist to enjoying an alcoholic drink. So there's that part right there. Now, what I wanted to bring to your attention is this. So as you can see, and I actually came across this when I was just trying to find an article to talk about as it pertains to the current situation at Task. Apparently, Vitaly also sat down with YG, who we also know is a West Coast rapper. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because when they were mentioning in the article that I was reading, he was sitting down with rappers talking about catching predators and whatnot. He's sitting down with multiple rappers and talking about catching a predator. And if you look in the title of this article, it says American rapper YG seemingly gets upset after Vitaly trolls him by asking questions related to Drake, 6ix9ine, and Diddy. If you notice what's going on, and he's talking to this rapper about other people who are rappers, and then he sits down with other rappers and they're talking about catching predators, why does this give off Vlad vibes? Like it really does. And we all know Vlad is one of them folks, and Vitaly is as well. Like, does anyone not see the correlation of what's going on here? It sounds to me like this guy's trying to be another Vlad. That's the vibe that I'm getting off of it, and on top of them also being part of them folks, and also doing and sitting down with these rappers. Also, the irony is that both of their names begin with the letter V. So that's not slept on me either. But I thought that was just very interesting how all of this is just playing out the way that it is. But I find it very interesting that Vitaly is going to sit up there and try to say, oh, this is a black people thing to take money and do all these things and basically be scumbags, when maybe about a little over 4 years ago he had this going on. So as you can see right here, this is a screenshot. It says YouTube star Vitaly, and I can't pronounce that last name, arrested for attacking a female jogger. Now this is April 14, 2020. Now it's crazy because I could have sworn during that time we were supposed to be indoors. I thought we was on lockdown. What the hell was you doing outside? Attacking female joggers. And he wants to sit up there and say black people thing because someone allegedly took his money. Well, here's the thing. This is where I question his bad business moves, because who was on your team to handle this situation? It also sounds like to me like you didn't have anything signed or some kind of an agreement where you can try and go and get the money back. My thing is this: why are you complaining online? I'm gonna use one of KG's line. Why aren't you going to confront this man about what he did allegedly and getting your money back? That's what I'd like to know. What is it that you did with everyone else who I guess you sat down with to talk about this, that worked with them, that did not go over well and work with Quavo to the point where he was able to allegedly pull this off over you? And now, because like I said, people was initially going to be on his side, but when he said black people thing, people said, oh no, I'm glad that he took your money. And a lot of people said, oh, it was just like a in the moment thing and everything like that. No, this is how Vitaly felt way before he took or allegedly took his money. Because I was reading somewhere else where he was trying to clean it up. He was trying to say, oh, it was dark humor. No, he meant that. Don't let them use that, oh, it was just a joke or it was a humor thing. They love to do that to try to cover their own ass. This is how Vitaly felt in the situation, because that's just who he is. It's just the fact that this black man ran off with his bag and didn't have to do nothing except just say, I'm going to be there. So really, if you want to think about it, Vitaly is the fool in this one, because you did not handle business the way you were supposed to. It is what it is. I also find it very interesting that he did relate it, say it was a black people thing, considering most of the scammers in the world aren't even black people. And definitely, if you want to limit it down even further, be specific, it's definitely not many black Americans that are out here scamming everybody if you want to talk about a diaspora thing. Now, if y'all are subscribed to my Patreon, one of the most recent True Crime Sundays that I did was talking about the biggest Ponzi scheme ever known to mankind, and that was done at the hands of Bernie Madoff. And Bernie Madoff is nowhere clear to being or having been a black man. I'm just saying. As a matter of fact, people like Vitaly were some of Bernie Madoff's biggest victims, or should I say main victims.